Hi, my name is Ryan, and I like to restore Allen Edmonds shoes. But this week, I want to do something different. This week, we're going to see how fast we can restore a pair of uppers. It's going to be lightning quick because I want to answer the question, is there any money in restoring and selling these shoes that you buy at Goodwill? The way I do it right now, there is no money in it. I take my time with them. It takes days. It's a whole process. But what about if you want to sell shoes online, or maybe you just want a quicker way to restore your own shoes? Well, that's what we're going to see. When we're all finished up, we will be able to identify if a fast restoration is really worth it. And today we'll be working on these pair of Allen Edmonds that I found at a thrift shop for $6. We're not going to put that much effort into them. We're going to record the whole process, and you're going to see how fast I can do this and see if this is something worth it for yourself.
The shoe before the restoration, you can see it looks a little tired, looks a little sad, but we're going to get it to look a little better. Now this is, I think, a very cheap Allen Edmonds shoe. It was a non-Goodyear welted. I think this leather is even the corrected grain, which isn't the best to start with, but that's what we got. Alright, so I'm using the acetone to strip the finish. This is just giving me a nice clean slate for everything that's about to happen. Now I'm checking to make sure I'm recording. I was in a panic mode right there. Goodwill puts the price on the bottom of the sole, so I'm wiping that off and kind of cleaning up the sole so it looks nice and new for the photos when I try to go to sell this online. Of course, lots of brushing. There's going to be constant brushing throughout this whole video, trying to get everything to look as good as I can get it. I blew it here. I forgot the most important part, the shoe trees. So the shoe trees are what are going to act as the base for the iron. The shoes are a little bit too big for my size shoe trees, so I'm putting a wool sock on top of them. If you want to know more about how I did this, I'll link a video explaining everything about these shoe trees, where I bought them, how I use them, and how they are great when restoring vintage pairs of shoes. Just putting the shoe trees in right now makes them look a little better. So I will now wet the rag and begin to iron. You could spend a lot more time ironing here. Again, I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can, as fast as I think is reasonably possible for this shoe and how much I'm going to get out of it. The more time you spend ironing here, the more you're going to get out of a shoe, and the more wrinkles that are going to be left from it. As you'll see at the end, not a ton of wrinkles left, but that's it. I mean, if you want to do something fast, it's not going to be perfect. And sometimes that's worth it. These shoes really aren't worth putting a ton of effort in. So just trying to find that right amount of effort to put in to a restoration. We're at the 7-minute mark, 7.5 minutes. So feeling like it's going pretty good here. So now I'll just iron a little bit and let you enjoy. Something that I didn't do in this video, and I just really want to emphasize the importance of, is waiting between steps. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to grab a hair dryer, but really just waiting between steps is what's going to make this last a lot longer and look a lot better. Again, we're doing this for time's sake. We're going super fast, but just waiting between conditioning, polishing, everything would be so much better. But then again, who has time nowadays? So this is the fast way. Iron them and then blow dry them out, and then of course we go right to the brush. Brushing them is going to bring out a little bit of shine even just after ironing. Again, I checked to make sure I was recording. Having anxiety attacks about this as I worked on the video. Here I'm using Big 4. I use this a lot for these restorations. If you just wait a little bit of time, you're going to get better results. But for the sake of this video, I'm trying to rub them into the creases, grab the blow dryer, and then again we're going to buff them out. Wipe off the excess I should say, wiping off the excess conditioner, buffing out the shoes. Just a little bit of time and they look so much better. Going for that mahogany Saphir shoe cream again. These were brownish red, or reddish brown I should say. So we're doing that. It's not perfect, but oh, I fumbled the shoe there. Did you see that? That was a lot more dramatic in regular speed. We're putting the Saphir shoe cream on there, letting it wait a little bit. But again, I just did not wait enough between coats. It would have developed a lot better. And the more coats you put of this stuff on, it's going to be a little bit nicer. So at least 2 coats, but here just 1. After buffing the conditioner, you're going to start to see more of a dramatic difference in the shoe. It's starting to look really nice. This also stained the lace, or not the laces, it stained the stitching, which I think made it look better. I'm not into contrast stitching on a dress shoe, so I think that turned out really nice. I'm going to show you the shoe now and let you get eyes on it after the ironing, conditioning, and polishing. Not perfect. I think this is corrected grain leather. Not the best leather. Not the best shoe, really, but 1,000 times better for only, what, 19 minutes and 56 seconds? You could sell that right there. But I'm going to put a little bit of a mirror shine, or just not even a mirror shine. I can't call what I do a mirror shine, but just shine up the toes a little bit. This helps make them pop a little bit more. In the pictures, I'm doing a couple coats. And then I will get a little bit of water and brush them out. Add more layers, brush them out, and then polish using the blow dryer to try to dry them a little quicker than normal. Not recommended, but again, like I've said 1,000 times in this video, we're doing it for speed. Nothing's going to really develop yet until this second layer goes on and you use a little bit of water to melt the wax into the leather. And that's what I'm doing, just taking a little water from the sink, using the black microfiber, and here I start to get a nice little shine. See how quick you can get a little bit of a shine? That's all you need. I mean, watch the Elegant Oxford for a mirror shine tutorial. He makes his shoes look outstanding, but for something quick like this, it's going to make it look a lot better. But it's going to make it look 1,000 times better than 99% of guys out there and gals. There we go. A little dramatic effect. I'm going to slap down the rag here for you. And we're all done. 25 minutes. And the shoes look good. Not great. They look good. Ready for several years of wear. Go over some pictures. Like I said, not all the wrinkles were removed, but for 25 minutes, they look a lot better. They're ready for their next home. You'll make a little bit of money off of this. You have to calculate what you paid for the shoe all the product and time that went into it, and then of course what you're going to be able to sell the shoe for. So for some this is going to be worth it, for some it won't be. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comments and I'll try to get to you. But I think it turned out okay, and I'll see you on another one.